It's still day 16 on my videos, and I added little termites to my colony here. I think they're kind of cute. I'll shut my phone down in here. Say fuck it. They're inside that leaf there, the ants. I'm not gonna open it up. I've seen these ants with the termites, so I thought it'd be nice to put the termites in there with them. We'll see what the ants do. I feel like they just walk over. I'm just going to harvest another one of these leaves. Because it died. The plants are like a dime a dozen outside. I'm just going to add it to like right there. So I got my 3 leaves. I don't want to shake the water too much. Got 2 little fish in there. There's no filtration systems, no pumps, no nothing. The ones died in here yesterday. I took a lot of them out and put them in here, like I said in the last video. So we got fish living in here. They've been in there for a day. I mean, 2 days now. It's 2 days of the fish being in there. Come on, swim to the front of this phone. Alright. Shoot it right there. I've noticed that the shrimp, not the shrimp. Well, I got brine shrimp in there. And look, there's a fish in there swimming around. Strange. There was no fish in there yesterday. So a zombie fish? There's some water flow. It's gonna die like that. Just give it some water. I'm gonna help him up, but it came back to life. That's strange. That fish was dead. These fish all died. I don't know how that fish is alive. It's probably come back to life, I guess. After being in shock. I find it really strange. All the fish died in there. It's like a zombified fish. I find that really weird. Because I know the fish in here did really well. None of them perished. None of them died. Like, I know they died. They turned white. Their eyes glazed over. Their shrimps were eaten. The snails were eating their tails off. I find it really strange. I guess we'll just give that fish a day. I feel like if it stays in one spot too long, the snails are going to eat its tail off. And maybe that's probably what happened. They probably just went in shock. Look at this little snail. Oh, we got water snails and ground snails. That's cool. I'm trying to close it. Oh man, ants together. Yeah, go back. Smart little ant. So it's today's day 16 still on this. I put a new flower ant colony in here because I feel like the other one died out. It's really sad. And it seems like the other ants the ants that I put in there are eating the ants that were left over from before. It's sad to see this happen, but it's interesting to see on video. We shouldn't put two ant colonies together. It was sad to look at this because the other ones, they weren't looking like they were doing too good. So I introduced another ant colony. And I feel like that new ant colony is going to do better because I'm pretty sure I got the whole thing. I lifted up a rock, like a real tiny pebble rock, and the colony was about the size of the rock. No tunnels, no nothing. Let's see if I can find more stuff going on here. That's why I do these type of videos. That I want to learn firsthand what they do. They'll do this in the wild too. So just fighting ants. I feel bad that I put two fire ant colonies in there. But I'm pretty sure it won't be victorious. The giant slug. I really need to get a fire ant colony to stay in here. So I wouldn't say this was the best option. It's kind of a Game of Thrones type deal here. See, I wonder if it's one ant from its one colony trying to save the other ant from the other colony doing a tug of war, or are they just trying to rip this ant apart? That's a good question. These ants, they kind of sting. They will kind of go on you and bite you. It'll feel like a mosquito bite. It don't really hurt. It's kind of more of an itch. Maybe got a bunch of them. I don't think it'd be pleasant. I feel bad that I mixed these together. Survival of the fittest in a jar. The one, I mean, I feel like the one ant colony in the center definitely ain't doing too well. But like I said, I wasn't going to rip it apart to see if the fire ant colony was living. I didn't see like no sign of them, so I thought they were dying out. I added a new fire ant colony in here, which I feel like is eating is going to war and killing off the rest of the old colony that I had, which is actually interesting. I don't feel bad. I mean, this is for science. See, it looks like he's wiping his back to get more fluid coming out. use pheromones and acid, I believe. I know they use pheromones to talk. I feel like they squirt acid and it cuts. So I'm just gonna let these two ants, they bit me earlier. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. It won't show up. Oh, right there, they bit me. And it definitely was not pleasant. That's why instead of like me going in there and checking if they have if they all died out, I just shoved a ant colony in there that was maybe 3 times the size of theirs in there, because I'm not shoving my hands in there and getting bit, especially when I see the population's really low. I was just going to shove another one in there, all for science, which is good because I can actually see like at least 20-25 workers on the top of the surface rather than 3 or 4. And I'm also trying to see if ants will use other ant colonies' brew to support their own. So this would actually good research for my research. I already knew they were going to go to war if there was any left over, and I was pretty sure there wasn't any in there. I didn't want to shake the jar or pull it apart because I need the soil creatures to stay alive in these projects. This jar wasn't really meant to be for fire ants. It was really just to make it. I was really just going to make soil creatures. And these fire ants actually happen to be in there. It's actually, I wouldn't say fire ants are as abundant outside as these black ants. I feel like black ants are all over the place. Fire ants are like a little harder to find. I feel like you find them in drier areas with rocks, like under rocks, like concrete blocks. And it's good because this one, when I first had the dirt, I didn't see no brew. I just seen like 10 workers of fire ants. And this one I know I have. I used a spoon and scooped up underneath the rock, like, and took out the whole chunk and put it inside a container. So everything that was in that spoon, I got them all. Like every little worker, I got them out real gently. Be sure I didn't kill none. A couple died in the seal because they were running away, which was, I think, bound to happen. But I feel like I got a lot of workers in here because I liked watching them fight. The isopods and the soil creatures you drop in there. I feel like they're taking him. So they're fighting over him. Wow. I feel like I got a real big fire ant colony this time in here. It's good to see 2 workers against 1 worker rather than 1 worker against 1 worker, because that makes me feel there's more of the one ants